Hi guys, so I'm finally doing a basics video, and I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I think is the most important things to have for a traveler's notebook. And I was requested this a while back, but I thought anytime is better than never. So I've got a couple different types of inserts and a couple different sizes and stuff like that. So first thing I'm going to show you guys, and I'm having, hold on one second, I'm going to fix the tripod. Okay dokie, so it's a little, you can see the legs a little bit, but that's not a huge deal. So this are the 4 sizes that I have owned. I'm not entirely sure why my standard is a little tall, but they're usually the same height as the wide. So this is my field notes. This is the personal. This is the standard, and this is the wide. I think my personal is a little skinny. I'm not sure, because a lot of them, no, it's about right. So anyways, you can tell that the field notes is just really not that much smaller, but for writing purposes, for some reason this size just feels better. So that's why I'm going with the personal for now, for actual writing purposes and planning. So this is that book I showed you guys in the last video, that I'm not entirely sure what kind of paper this is, so I'm not really going to test it out or anything, because I don't know who it's from, anything like that. That was just for size comparison. This is field notes, and field notes, I love field notes because the brown, really light brown grid, and I love grid because I'm really enjoying my bullet journaling, but it only comes in the one size. It comes in this size, and it comes in a slightly bigger size right now, and in Arts and Sciences, I think is what it's called, line, but it's not personal size. It's like an inch bigger this way, so I guess you could get it and trim it down, but I don't know, because one of them's lined and the other one's grid, so it's kind of, it doesn't really seem worth it to me. But I really like this paper, but it is really thin. I mean, you can even see like my fingers through it and whatnot. For some reason I did not grab one that I had written in, and I've written in several of them. Hold on one sec. So last month, here, let me show you on my, show you on this. You can see this is just my Coletto that you can actually see through there, but you can also see like my highlighter, and I'm sure that's just my Coletto. And my Coletto is one of my better pens too, so this is a ballpoint, it doesn't show through as much. This one doesn't seem to have any fountain pen stuff in it. It's just, is this? Yeah, this has my Insigno on it, so that's the Insigno. But you can see through it pretty easily. So if you're looking for something to use a fountain pen on, make sure that you're only using one side of each page. Otherwise you might want to go with a different type of paper. Now the thickest paper I've actually used, the best paper for blocking out everything, is the Chic Sparrow paper. This paper is very, very, very nice. And you can see just a little bit through it, but not very much, and that's with the Coletto too. But people I know others have watercolored on it and it doesn't like ruin the other side of the paper. They can still write on it and stuff like that. And that's really impressive to me. This also comes in a grid, and it's a darker grid, but it doesn't really bother me that much. But it's like really nice thick paper, which is really nice. How many times can I say really nice, guys? The other thing that I have that is really good at it is at not bleeding is the this is a Yellow Paper House art paper insert, and I watercolored on it, and as you can tell it's art paper, so it doesn't bleed, but it does shadow pretty badly with stamps. Well, with that stamp, and those are both stamps actually, but this is with like pigment, and it wasn't very good. It was like Walmart ink, so it shadows really bad. But that's pretty thick. There's not a lot of pages in this though, so if you're looking for something then you don't really like draw a whole lot, but you want to draw some, as you can tell, there's really not a lot of paper in that. That's half of it. There's maybe 20 pages in there. Maybe. I don't even think there's that many in there. And then, okay, field notes. So the standard, this is by Precision Made, and I really like her paper, like the way it feels. It's not too stiff, but it bleeds a little bit. It does a little bit of shadowing. You can kind of see that. And this is with my Coletto pen as well. So you can tell it's really not like... Is that with my Coletto? Yeah, that's with my Coletto. No, you know what? That's with my Sharpie pen. My Sharpie pen bleeds a little bit through here, but actually this is pretty decent paper. It shadows a little bit. I don't know if you guys can even see. Yeah, you can. It shadows a little bit, but it's really nice feeling paper. And I like her inserts. And she only has like field notes and standard size on her website, but if you message her on Etsy, she's willing to make smaller sizes or bigger sizes. And I really like this paper. Also, like her inside covers are like really cute patterns, as well as the outside because it's double-sided paper. And then I've got a Yellow Paper House insert here. This is a standard I cut down to personal, and I used this for a whole one journal entry, and it does have some, if I can get it closer, some shadowing, but it's really not very thick paper. You can see I have a Project Life card on the front here. It's not very thick paper. So, but she's got lots of really pretty colors, and I really love her monthly. You guys have seen that about 1,000 times in everything else because I only use her monthly. And I've got one in my school book. In this book, I've got a monthly Yellow Paper House right here. So, I really like her paper. And that's just because I like that it's craft paper on the outside, and I get a whole year plus 2 months, I think. I think I get like 16 months in this. It's quite a lot of months. So, that's Yellow Paper House. And then this is Maybooks. May Designs. May Designs are kind of pricey. I just wanted to show you guys. I've only written in it a little bit, but if you look at this line, and you look at the back end of it, let's see if I can get it here. It does bleed through what I'm trying to get at here. You can see it really well right there. well, it doesn't bleed through. My Coletto doesn't bleed through this paper. But it does shadow. So, and then I have this little moleskin. I haven't actually used this little moleskin, but I can tell you that this is really, 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 really thin paper. And I've heard the quality of moleskin paper is not amazing, but somebody sent me this with the book, so I have that. So when I talk paper, people always ask me, what's the best insert, what's the best paper, or stuff like that. I really, really, really like the Chic Sparrow paper. I don't know what kind of paper it actually is, but however she did it to get it so cheap. These come really cheap. I think it starts at like $2.99 for field notes, and I got the personal one for like what was that? For $3.99. So it's like a $2 jump, and she sews them. So, and they come in 64 or 100 page. And I really like field notes. Field notes is my go-to. And I really like Yellow Paper House for what they do. In the May Design books, I don't know what it is, the outside cover is like this floppy cover, and I really like the feel of this because it feels kind of like canvas, but it's not. But I like the feel of these pages. And for Sizzle Made it's really good too. Most of the ones that I've shown you guys today are really good. I haven't really used any other brands that I can think of. I'm looking at my books. If you're wondering what I'm doing over here, I'm looking at my books trying to think of any other brands I've used. Of course, you can also make your own inserts. You just kind of have to double the width and make a, I just use it's like a Fiskars slidey thing. It's for scrapbooking. And I cut it, so like say it was a field notes. Those are 3.5 by 5.5. So I cut one long strip by at 5.5. And then I cut that by, since it's 3.5, I cut it at 7 inches, and then I fold it in half. And if you're doing just like a blank one, you just take as many pages as you want, and fold that in half. So you take half the amount of pages you want, fold it in half, and stick it in there. And then I just use a ruler, and I press down, and I use an X-Acto knife really carefully on the edge. Sorry, there's like a gnat in here. And I cut it. And then the way that I sewed that was I took an awl. I have a teeny tiny little, I think it's a jeweler's awl, and it's really sharp. And I just kind of put cork underneath it because I've got on my ruler, there's cork on the back of it, so I just took cork and I like punched it through. And then I punched it through again and made it a little bigger. And then I took a needle, an embroidery needle, and I took some thread and I just threaded it. And then I went back over it the other way. And it kind of did like a figure 8 type of thing, like a DNA strand. So that's how you make an insert, guys. So on to my second needed thing. And you guys probably already know this one. I need folders. Annika Hanby folders down right are the best folders I've ever seen, and I haven't seen very many because I got Annika Hanby folders. They're my first folders, and I will never go back to anywhere, even though it was nowhere. So this is a field notes one. It's a 4-pocket. But you saw, if you look in my everyday carry, I've got a personal size 6-pocket. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 6-pocket is just like a $1 upgrade, mostly for her time. In the paper. But folders are my number 2. My number 1 is inserts, obviously. Well, this is all aside from the covers themselves. And then my number 3 is pens. Love me some pens. I have me some Coletto pens that I love. I also have another one that is in my purse. I've got mild liners, I've got normal highlighters, I've got Sharpie pens, I've got a G2 in here. I've got 2 Field Notes pens, which are okay. I've got a Papermate pencil. These are the clear points, 0.7. Sometimes I need a pencil, I don't usually use a pencil. And then I've got 2 Petite One Pilot. These are teeny tiny fountain pens. And they're really nice because they're really cheap refills, and they're really cheap actually. They're like $3.50 on jet pens. And then I have a Da Vinci U-Series Sable number 1 watercolor travel brush. And then in here I also have, this is my my Kipling 100 pen bag that I actually got secondhand, and it's in this awesome color palette, Houndstooth. And I've also got some sticky notes in here, my set of watercolor pencils, which are Prismacolor, my little bitty Martha Stewart tabs that I got these on Amazon, and a big Sharpie for, it's a chisel tip that I used for like fake fountain pen looking. And then I've got some more stickers under there, but my refills for my Colettos in here, and I've got a little bit of washi samples in here. I've got a whole bunch of more washi over there. I really love washi. When it comes to decorating, I'm a sticker and washi person, and my stickers are always little, so I have to have the washi a little bit just to color it up a little bit. So as far as that goes, it's pens, inserts, and folders. Those are my 3 things. I like tabs too, but they're not needed, so that's what I decided to put in here: pins, folders, and inserts. If you have any questions about any of the inserts, feel free to comment. I do check my comments. Feel free to ask me for any other kind of videos you guys want to see. I do want to do some how-tos. I'll probably do one on how to make an insert at some point. Probably do one on how to do it. I mean, maybe I'll do a tip-in. Just depends on if you guys want that. So just let me know what you guys would like, and I will do my best. So otherwise, au revoir and have a good night.